Why I keep replanting even after losing trees. If you've ever lost plants you cared about and questioned yourself, this is for you. I believe that living your best life isn't about getting everything right. It's about staying committed to what brings you hope. My favorite tree is a dogwood tree. I even named my business Carolina Dogwood Homes. So I, over the years, have planted four dogwood trees. One I transplanted from another part of my yard. It was like, I don't know, we own 10 or 11 acres, and it was on the way other side. So I found it. It was really small. It was good size to dig up. Now, I didn't do it correctly. I should have dug the hole I was going to put it in before I dug it up, because the tree did not need to sit out. It was a hot day. The tree did not need to sit out in the hot boiling sun while I was digging that hole. So I got my little wagon, my cart, my shovel, and I headed out. I was going to get this tree. So I spent, I don't know, probably hours digging this thing up, absolutely exhausted. Then I had to pull it all the way back over to my yard where I was going to put it. And I was exhausted, did not want to dig a hole then to get it planted, but I knew I didn't have a choice. And that's when it dawned on me, stupid, you should have dug the hole first, then dug up the tree that you're going to move. So long story short, got it planted. Everything was fine. It lived. It lived for several years. It actually grew and got to be a pretty good size. But then last year, we had a drought. And since I love dogwood trees so much, I watered all these trees. Now, I lost them at different stages. Like the one in the front quarter of the house, I planted it on the corner of my property line. And actually, I'm a photographer too, as you know. And I planted the first dogwood tree strategically because there's a sign on the other side of the road. And when I'm taking pictures of the birds in my crepe myrtle tree at the front of the house, that yellow sign shows up as background in my pictures. I hate that. So I said, I'll plant a dogwood tree right there. It'll block the sign, and problem solved. So it worked for a year or two until my dogwood tree died. So then last year, the dogwood tree that I had transplanted, I guess I overwatered it. I'm not sure, because I've researched and I've also heard that North Carolina is having some issue with dogwoods now, that a lot of people are losing dogwood trees. So I'm not sure exactly what the problem is. I'm saying it may be because I overwatered it. Last year, the drought also got my rhododendron. Now, that one hurt me personally, because when my uncle passed, my coworkers gave me that plant. So I planted it and I was caring for it, and it was doing great. It finally started blooming. It was getting big. And then last year, the leaves started turning kind of a yellowish color, looking droopy. So that to me was a sign it wasn't getting enough water. So I watered it. Well, then, it still looked that way. I watered it, and then I researched and I realized, if it's overwatered, it has exact same signs. How are you supposed to know what it needs if it looks the same way when it needs water as it looks when it's getting too much water? Very frustrating to do this alone. So the problem is, when you garden alone, every mistake you make feels personal. So what do people do to solve that problem? Most quit planting. They just give up, say, this is just not for me, and I'm just not going to do it. Or they scale back and don't do as much. They stick with what they know and don't try to venture out into new areas. They stop trying new things. So why does that way not work? Because gardening isn't about control. It's about seasons. Now, 3 steps that you need to follow. First, that you need to change your mindset, and the mindset is expect loss as part of growth. So you can't plant every plant that you're going to plant, every flower, every tree, and say, okay, this one's going to last forever and it's going to flourish and it's going to be great. Some get diseases, some get overwatered, some are planted in the wrong area, get too much sunlight, and for whatever reason, some just don't make it. So you can't take that personally, and you got to look at the loss as, okay, this is growth. Now I know I'm not going to overwater the trees, but all of them were fairly new, and I thought that they needed more water. Not sure. So the second step is plant again anyway. Learn from your mistakes. Don't just give up. See it as a learning experience. And third, build rhythm instead of chasing perfection. So why does this way work? Because spring always comes back. Even after a long winter, if you can just hold on long enough, spring is right around the corner. If you look forward to that, you always have hope and you'll always move forward. Growth isn't about never losing something. It's about choosing to plant again. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you got value from it. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you're having trouble getting your plants to survive as well. Or give me some tips if you know what I did wrong. Thank you so much. Subscribe to my channel. I'll see you tomorrow.